Hi everybody, this is Charlotta from Teen Yoga and Yoga in Schools. Today I'm going to be sharing some yoga for you and a well-being tip and also a challenge. The session will probably be about an hour, maybe a bit less than an hour. So if you've never done yoga before, that's fine. There's plenty that you can do. You don't have to have anything special. I'm just wearing my normal clothes and I have a yoga mat, but you don't have to have a yoga mat. You can just do it in your room or in the classroom, wherever you happen to be. And you're very welcome to join me. So do it along with me, okay? And this is all designed for young people or older people, whoever wants to join in. It's a short yoga session for everybody, a well-being tip, and then a challenge. So join in. Okay. I haven't got a special audio, so I hope you can hear me okay. So first of all, when we feel a little bit stressed or nervous, we get a lot of cortisol in our body, which makes our body feel kind of zingy. So we need to move that out. So I want you to just shake your body out. Do it with me. Shake your body out. So as if you've just, I don't know, it's just that you've kind of got all that cortisol in your body. You just need to kick it out, yes? You might want to jump a little bit, get your heart rate going. Because when we have the cortisol going, basically what it's telling the body to do is to run and move. So you need to do that so that the cortisol can leave the body. And obviously, it's best if you haven't just eaten. So I put it at 10 o'clock because I'm thinking some of you get up quite late, and then this is the perfect time, and then you eat after. So tomorrow, make sure you eat after, otherwise you might feel a little bit queasy. And then shake from side to side, the whole body moving, like this. Really go deep in your knees as you move. So some people like to do this to music. Maybe tomorrow we'll have some music. Anybody want to suggest some music for me, that's fine. And then I'll play it while we do it, and it makes it a little bit more fun. And shake again. Imagine you're just kind of running on the spot. See how high you can get your knees. Yeah? And then jump. And then with your arms up, big circles with your arms. So moving the lymph in the body. I'm getting warm already. I'm going to take my cardigan off. And moving side by side. So the whole of the spinal column is articulated. This is where our nervous system is located, along the spine. So when we move like this, we're changing from sympathetic to parasympathetic. Okay, lift the arms up and then fall down. Lift up and then come down. Lift up and exhale down. So now you do it with the breath. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. So breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Just let yourself hang. If you need to do a bit more jumping, you can. Just a little bit more jumping, get rid of that cortisol in the body. So when we're stressed, nervous and anxious, cortisol builds up in the body. Great. So now I'm going to start by teaching you the very basic move in yoga, which is the sun salutation. It's a warm-up exercise, but it can be the only yoga thing you do. And it moves all parts of the body, all muscle groups of the body, all parts of the skeleton. And ideally, when I did it in India, we always did it facing the sun. So wherever the sun is in the sky. And the sky's over here, so luckily I'm facing the sun. But you can't see it because I'm indoors, obviously. So we're going to get to the front, if you have a mat, to the front of your mat. If you don't have a mat, just stand wherever. You need a little bit more space than I've got here. I'm going to move my back a bit, just to make sure that you can reach forward comfortably. So we're going to start with our palms together. And when we do that, it's because we want to center ourselves. So I'm just going to start with an intention today of may all beings be well. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be peaceful. And may all beings meet these challenges with wisdom and determination. So it's a bit like a prayer, but you kind of make it up. So you make up whatever you feel is important, and this is a very common meta prayer, if you like, or meta visualization, or meta meditation, where we just think of every being, every living being, every ant, every dog, every cat, every human being, and we try and send them lots of love and care from our hearts. And when we do that, we feel better ourselves, but also we're helping others feel better, just on a very subtle level. So we'll just do that one more time. And you can repeat after me. May all beings be well. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be happy. And may all beings meet challenges with determination and courage. Okay, so we're going to start like that. So we centre ourselves with that thought in our minds. It's important how we start things, and which thoughts we have in our head really has an impact on how we feel. So think about what you think about. Hands by the side, breathe in, stretch up. And then very slowly breathe out as you come down. So you're like squeezing your belly as you come down. Hang here. When we're in our forward bend, it's a really nice way to relax the back of the legs, relax the lower back and the whole back, and just let yourself hang here. Now step back with your right foot, doesn't matter if you get it wrong, all the way back onto the mat and come into what's known as a lunge position. Yeah, so a lunge position is you're kneeling, back knee, foot is in front of you. From this position, we're going to stretch our body up. Yeah. We keep this knee where it is. We don't put the knee mustn't go too far forward and it mustn't come far back, but just above the ankle. Yeah. Up and look up at the ceiling. Stretch, stretch, stretch. When we stretch the body, we're telling it to relax itself. Bring the hands down. Now we're going to put this left leg back onto all fours. So we're going to start off just on all fours, and we're going to articulate the spine. So look at the belly button and look up at the ceiling. Look at the belly button and look at the ceiling. Now see if you can move the whole spine. I don't know if you can see, but my whole back is moving quite a lot. Yeah? And now do it with the breath. So breathe in, look up. And breathe out, look back. Breathe in, look up. And breathe out, look back. Okay, for those of you who want to, we're going to go into press up, but you don't have to do this if you don't feel strong enough. So press up, just toes come back, straight body, and then put the knees back down and bring your body down as well. And then breathe in, look up. Just press your shoulders away from the ears and bring your chest off the floor. Now curl the toes under and lift your bum in the air. Preferably without moving your feet. I moved my feet, I shouldn't have done that. And just head back, straight legs. Now bend your knees and get your belly a little closer. Now first time we just put our knees on the floor and then step forwards with the right foot like that. Okay? And then stretch through the left side and look up. Bring the left leg forwards, head to the knees. Breathe in, coming up, all the way up, and hands come down. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side. So that was the right leg, so we're going to do it on the left leg now. Palms together. You might want to just repeat mentally what I said right at the start. May all beings be well. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be happy. May all beings meet any kind of conflict with determination and courage. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, going down. All the way down. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen through the back of the legs, back of the head. Bring the left leg back down and look up. Bring your arms up. Stretch the front of the body. Feel that stretch. Bring your hands down. Now bring your right leg back. So this is slightly different from last time. We're going straight into the press up. If that's too difficult, you can have your knees straight down. So knees come down now, and then come down onto the mat. Lift your chest up, shoulders back, look up. This time again, I'm pressing the hands down now, so my chest is really high up. Now curl the toes under and come into inverted V or downward dog. So press down through the heels. There. And when you're ready, bring the left leg through between your hands if you can. That's quite difficult if you haven't done it before. You might not get it all the way, it doesn't matter. Have a go. And then the right leg through. And then breathe in, coming up. And exhale, coming down. Good. How did that go? We're going to do it again. We're going to do it with the breath this time. See if you can do it with the breathing. Okay? Breathe in. And breathe out when the hands come together. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, come down. So as you breathe out, you come down all the way. Good. Now bring your right leg back as you breathe in. Look up. Bring the knee off the floor again. Left leg back. So it's slightly different this time. Breathe out, come knees down. And chest comes down. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, look back. Breathe in, right leg comes forward. And left leg comes forward. We're going to breathe in as we come up. Breathe in. All the way. And breathe out. Hopefully you're feeling quite stretched now. Let's do that on the same on the left side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, hands up. And breathe out all the way down. Left leg comes back. Look up. Right leg comes back. Breathe out. Knees come down. Chest comes down. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out. Heels down, bottom up. Left leg forward as you breathe in. Right leg forward as you breathe out. And breathe in, come up. And breathe out, good, back down. And shake it out. Okay, so that's going to be your practice till tomorrow. So I want you to practice that, and if you've never done it before, make a little video and send it to me. Or post below, that would be probably easier. So just to do that one more time, a bit quicker, I'm going to take off my socks now to make it so that I don't slip so much. But if you're feeling cold, you can keep the socks on, but it's just easier without socks. So let's do it all together again, a few times. Breathe in, breathe out. May all beings be well. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, come down. Breathe in, right leg. Look up. Left leg, hold. Breathe out, come down. Breathe in. Breathe out, come back. Breathe in, right leg forwards. Breathe out, left leg forwards. Breathe in, come up. And breathe out, come down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, hold the breath, and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, left leg, breathe out, right leg. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. This time we're going to do the left leg first. So first right and then left. So left leg goes back. Feel the stretch. Breathe in. Hold the breath. Breathe out, come down. Breathe in. Breathe it out, heels come down. Breathe in, left leg. Breathe out, right leg. And breathe in. And breathe out. Okay. We're We're going to do that one more time together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Put the knee on the floor, look up. Left leg come back. And breathe out, come down. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, go back. Breathe in, right leg. We're going to do something slightly different here, so pay attention. I'm going to bring my left elbow to my right knee, so give myself a little twist. This is great for digestion and great for the spine. And look behind us. Fantastic. Bring the hands down. Bring that left leg through. Head to the knees. Arms by the ears. Straight up and back. And down. Left side. Palms together. May all beings be well. Breathe in. And breathe out. Left leg comes back. Look up. Right leg comes back. Exhale down. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out, go back. Breathe in, left leg forwards. Now we're going to do the same as I did on the other side. Remember, take my right elbow and pop it onto my left knee. Get that really good stretch through the abdomen and the lower back. And look up. Put the hands down. Lift the knee up and step it through. Head to the knees. Stretch forwards, up, and back. And exhale. Okay. You can do that as many times as you like. On certain special days, people do it 108 times, so that's a challenge for you. But to begin with, just do it 6 or 8 times. Just get used to it. And then always afterwards, you need to relax. So some of us like to relax on our backs, and some of us, if we're feeling a bit vulnerable or uncomfortable, we like to lie on our front. So I find many teenagers prefer to lie on their front, so I'm going to do that today. So you just come down, make sure your floor is clean. If it's not very clean, you can put a blanket or like a towel under your head, and then just make a pillow with your hands and lie down like this. And this is when you get to feel your breath. You think to yourself, like, how is my breathing now? And your breathing is always a key to how you're feeling. So the breath tells you about how you're feeling today. You can take a deep breath in. And a really long breath. So we call this the 7-11 breath, because we breathe in for 7 and we breathe out for 11. So I'm going to help you count for that. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now that might have been a bit long for you, but if it wasn't, then carry on like that. And if it was too long, you can just simply try 3 and 6, if that's possible. But the longer your breaths are, the calmer you'll feel. And the calmer you'll feel, the more clearly you'll think. So it's really good to be zen, and it's really good to be calm. So see if you can do that now, just for a few moments. Breathe in as deeply as you can, and breathe out really, really slowly. In these strange times, the good thing is there's not much traffic around, which means the air is really clean, especially on days like this where it's sunny outside. So it's good to breathe deeply. So breathe in deeply and exhale really, really slowly. And you'll see how quickly your heartbeat slows right down. And you can do this whenever you feel nervous or worried. You can breathe like this. Breathe in super deep as you possibly can. And a really long out breath. If you ever have a panic attack, this is something that a doctor would tell you to do. It's that effective. So give it a go. Last time, deep breath. exhale super slowly, very fine breath. Don't force it, just breathe comfortably. Good. And now we're going to press back into child's pose. So toes together, knees apart, head on the floor. Stretch your back. And do the same breath here. So this is called child's pose because it's the posture that we do when we're little, when we feel a bit worried or we feel a bit anxious, we go into this posture. And it works when we're older as well. Even for adults, it works really well to make us feel a bit calm. So this is a calming posture. Put your head on the floor and you can imagine all your worries in your head just pouring out of your head into the earth. And Mother Earth is only happy to receive them. It's not a problem at all. So imagine all your worries going into the earth. And this is going to help you stretch your back, calm your mind, and slow your heartbeat right down, which is a good thing because it means you're calming yourself. Okay? Now another thing that happens when we're worried or anxious is we get quite tight hips. So I'm going to suggest to you that we're going to do like a hip opening, two or three hip opening postures before we finish the yoga bit for today. So it's just a short yoga bit today. So the first thing we're going to do is put your feet together and have your knees out to the side. And you might find, because you're growing so much as a teenager, and your knees might be up here. But I don't know if you remember, when you were in primary school, you used to sit on the mat all the time, all day long, just cross-legged, and your legs would be out here. So the more you do this, the more your legs will be like mine. And it's a good thing because it means your hips are relaxed. And when our hips are really tight, it often means we're very nervous. So just relax your hips by rocking from side to side like this. So get your hips released side by side. And so all this is about relieving tension in the body. And then lean forwards. That might hurt a lot. You might think like, oh, I'm going to break something. You're not going to break anything. Just feel into the side of the hips and the lower back. Okay, good. And come back up. And do that again. This time we're going to do both legs at the same time. So butterfly, like a butterfly. Imagine these are the wings of a butterfly flapping away. And then exhale gently forwards, stretching the hips. Okay, that's enough, isn't it? You can't, that hurts. Don't worry. So the next one we're going to do is a crouching position. You come back on your toes, feet slightly apart. So maybe like, I don't know, I can put both my hands between my feet now. And then you're going to sit, squat like this, okay? When I was in India in January, most people, they sit like this when waiting for a bus or having a conversation. This is really common. In the old days, before chairs, we all used to sit like this around fires. And it's really good for our back, it's really good for our hips. And it keeps us feeling safe but relaxed. So this is something you might like to practice at home. That's great. And then we're just going to stand up like that. And we're going to do side stretch. So the side of our body often gets quite tense and we don't really think about stretching our side of the body. But when we do that, we bring blood flow to all the inner organs, but also the lymph glands. The lymph glands are the things that build antibodies. They become more active in a side bend because they are here in your armpit as well as in your groin, which is what we were just working with just then. So when we stretch the armpit, we're bringing a little bit more lymph to the system. We're allowing the lymph to move quick around the system, which helps with the immune system. So stretch up with the body, stretch up the hand, stretch the side of the body, keep looking up at the ceiling. I know some of you are going to say this isn't hard, and I know it's not hard. It's not meant to be hard. It's just meant to kind of help your body feel good, because it's afterwards what happens that matters. Lift up, the other one. Give your underarm a little bit of a massage. I've had a shower today, so that's okay for me. Switch up, and then over to the side. Look up. Fantastic. And come back. Shake it all out, shake it all out. And then we're going to finish today with a forward bend. Every day is going to be a little bit different, but today we're going to finish with a forward bend. So stretch all the way up and exhale all the way down. And see if you can stand on your hands. I can stand on my hands now because I've been doing it for many, many years, but when you do your forward bend, it might look like this. Your hands might be hanging like this, and that's completely fine. The more you do it, the further down your head will come. In fact, you might want to do a little test on yourself and say, okay, today I can see my knees, I'm on the same size as my knees, and tomorrow see if you can come further down. So it can be like a challenge. And get your head right down towards your toes. So imagine your spine is becoming longer and longer and longer. Just let yourself flop like a rag doll here. Hopefully you can feel all the muscles in your body stretching. Now soften your knees and gently coming up to standing. Okay. Normally, as you get used to yoga, we finish with a relaxation, but I'm not going to do that today because maybe some of you are new to yoga, so it might be a bit strange. But what I will do is just ask you to come sitting down. Again, cross-legged might not be the easiest for you. You might want to sit in a different way. So just sit cross-legged for the moment, or kneeling, or whatever is good for you. And bring your awareness to the centre of your chest. So that's the centre of your body, really. Well, not the body, but the centre of your chest. And we're going to repeat the same words we started with. May all beings be well. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be happy. May all beings overcome problems with courage and determination. Just take a few moments of silence and let those words just sink into your heart and see how that feels. And that's for you and me and all your brothers and sisters and mum and dad and everyone else in your family and everyone in your community and everyone in the world. Because we're all in this together. It's a very strange thing that none of us have experienced before. And none of us really know what to do. And we can react to it very differently. Some people become very funny, make lots of jokes. Some people get very, very stressed and can't sleep. Some people want to do things, want to act, want to help. So we all act differently, and we need to be patient with each other as we go through this difficult bit of adjusting to what we have to do now to keep safe. But when we've gone through this tricky bit, things will become easier because we'll become used to it and we'll find ways of dealing with it in a better way. So just be patient with everybody around you and know that we're all different and we all take this in very different ways. Okay, so we're just going to take a few moments now and repeat those words again, and I'm going to repeat them quietly while you repeat them in your head. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings overcome difficulties with courage and determination. Feel your face relax and your shoulders relax as you think about yourself and everybody else. And imagine you're your own mother, calming yourself down, stroking your head, stroking your back, and telling yourself, all will be well. All will be well. Take a few deep, long breaths. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's do that again. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is something you can do all day, every day, whenever you like. You can change your breath like that. And when you change your breath like that, you change your mind, and that's what's so amazing about it. Okay, so now we come to the next bit of our session here. I'm Charlotte, by the way. I didn't introduce myself in the beginning. And I run Teen Yoga, which is a charity that looks after young people across the world using very different and very varied yoga techniques. And yoga is a science, an ancient science that has always been concerned about keeping people well. So what I do is I adapt that science and those techniques to young people to make sure that they can access them better. And I'm really excited to be doing this. I'm really excited to get the opportunity to speak to all of you. I'm also really keen to hear from you. So wherever you see this video, and I think it will probably be shared in lots of places, please comment below what you want, what you liked, what you didn't like, and if you've tried anything, upload a video, see, so I can have a look and see if you're doing it right, or if you want to, you know, any additions or help with anything. I'm really keen to interact with you. But at this point, every single day, we're also going to have a well-being technique. So I just need to pop out 1 second and get something to show you what that is. If you bear with me a second, I'm going to go and get something to show you. I'm going to go and get my kettle with water that's boiled but has cooled down. Right, so I've got my kettle, and I have the benefit of having a sister who's a doctor. So she tells me lots of stuff that's really helpful. And this is something that my dad used to tell us to do when we were little, and we never really kind of got why it was important. But he was alive during the war when there wasn't much stuff around, and you had to kind of, you make your own medicines at home, which is always what everybody else had done for hundreds and thousands of years. And this is a very common thing, which is really, really helpful to do, like every day. It's helpful for your immune system, and it's helpful just to keep clean. So we know how to keep our body clean. Every day we have a shower or a bath, we keep ourselves clean. We know how to keep our clothes clean, but we don't necessarily think about our mouths. So we clean our teeth, you know, but we don't think about the throat and the mouth. So this is a way of keeping the throat and the mouth clean. What you need is a bowl or an outdoors. I have outdoors, but I haven't got the camera out there, so I'm going to do it in here. Otherwise I would do this outdoors. You need some salt. Sea salt is best, but most people have salt at home, don't they? You need a glass and some cooled boiled water. So it shouldn't, it's not cold, but it's warm and it's boiled, so it means it's clean. Okay. You take your glass. You take a pinch of salt, just a pinch, put it in the bottom of the glass. It doesn't taste great. And then you pour some water into it. Probably like about that much, half a glass. You swish it around a bit. And obviously it's going to taste salty, so it tastes like when you're in the sea. So you might want to have something sweet to eat after if you don't like the taste. And then we're going to gargle. And if you want to teach your little sisters or brothers to do this, it's quite fun to teach them like gargling a song or something. So I'm going to try and gargle Happy Birthday. See if I can do that. And then obviously I spit it out because I don't want to drink it. And then I'll use a tissue to wipe my mouth, and I throw the tissue away. And what that's done is that's cleaned your mouth and your throat. So if you've got any bugs in there, it'll clean it out. Very simple method. So I suggest you do that. You might want to do it out. If you've got an outside, then it's really good to spit outside, because obviously spit, you don't really want that all over the place. Very simple, very easy. If you've got a sore throat, it'll alleviate your sore throat. And you should do it lots of times. I just did it once there, but you want to use up all the water, so that'll probably be 3 gargles, but I don't want to put you through watching me gargle again and again and again, so I'm only going to make you watch me once. And now I have a challenge for you. So this is your challenge for today, and there's going to be a challenge every single day. I would like you to find somebody in your community, and that could be literally where you live. If you live in a block of flats, or if you live in a village, or if you live in a town, your next door neighbour, or online, it could be your granny who has to stay indoors. So we don't know, maybe that'll be us soon as well, but somebody who has to self-isolate because they're old and they're vulnerable. Maybe they're not old, maybe they've just got asthma or something. And I want you to research what they need. So just one person, find out what one person needs and how you can help them. And it might be something super easy like walking their dog, or posting a letter, or putting some bananas on their doorstep. Yeah? And I want you to find somebody in your community who needs your help, and find out what they need. That's all for today. You don't actually have to do anything, just find out what they need. They might just want some contact. They might just want you to call them up, or write them a letter, or write them a card if they live far away. And report back to me below what you did. Okay? And that's your challenge for today. I'm going to have another challenge for you tomorrow. I'm going to have more yoga classes for you tomorrow, and another well-being tip every single day from now until we're out of this and we can go back outside and go back to school. So it'll be me or one of my students who are all highly qualified at working with yoga and young people, and they love young people and they love yoga. So hopefully you'll love it too. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Practice what I just taught you. Practice the yoga I taught you. Practice the gargling. Teach a young person, teach one of your siblings or your parents, and find somebody who needs your help. And then tomorrow we can talk more about how you can help them. Okay, so every time we do yoga, we finish with some in a particular way, and today we're just going to finish by closing our eyes, taking some neat, long, deep breaths. We always do the long, deep breaths. That's always part of it. And then we're just going to make a humming sound just to calm ourselves down. So take a deep breath. Okay, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Take care, and don't have any contact with anybody you're not meant to have contact with. Stay at home, stay outdoors by yourself, but don't go out with friends, because that's the way corona spreads. Okay, so take care of yourself, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.